Hi Pisces, thank you for joining me for your February 2018 forecast. Happy solar return. I am very happy to be here. I'm eclipsing in a new vibe and I'm using a new deck for eclipse season. I was inspired by a client. This is the Thoth deck by Aleister Crowley and I'm in love. I'm adding it to the collection and it's just a very powerful deck for me. I've been getting some great clairvoyance off of it. So I'll be shuffling during the astrological portion. And I just wanted to take a moment to address the January 31st eclipse. I'm recording these pretty late in the month. Thank you for your patience. We just got through with a full moon total eclipse at 11 degrees of Leo, or we're about to any moment now. And you are aware of your physical health, wealth, and well-being. This eclipse is impacting the work sector, your routine sector, your diet, how you treat your body, and what you practice in. You could be closing the door on old bad habits in health, also an old pattern in work. So your sixth house is strong, so you want to tread lightly in the month of February during your solar return. If you have time to decompress in any way, shape, or form, please consider that. This would be an excellent month for vacay and to retreat somewhat. So it's all about the Piscean energy. And even though our eclipses don't take place in the water signs, the eclipses occur in fire and air. But all throughout this energy is influenced by water, and it's an emotional time right now. On the 10th of February, Venus enters Pisces. So you are attracting the positive to you. You are smoothed over aesthetically. I think you're looking your best while Venus is here throughout the month. You're tending a lot to your physical self, Pisces. And you might be incorporating a new look, a new vibe. You could attract love and romance into your life as early as the 10th. And it's a beautiful time to have Venus in your first house over Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to those who celebrate. And you should get out, even if you're single, Pisces, and you want to connect with someone, make yourself visible on Valentine's Day, because with Venus in the first house, you're drawing people to you. You're attracting the right kind of energy to you, and you're seen as beautiful. Venus is the goddess of beauty, Aphrodite, and all things attractive and an attraction. So get out and do something that day, even if you're alone. Who cares? You know, it's important to get to know yourself and to be alone. A lot of people don't experience that, but life is not always meant to be coupled, and these experiences can happen while you're an individual. So get out if you're single and you want to meet someone. It's the perfect energy for that. Right after the 14th, we have our new moon partial eclipse, 27 degrees of Aquarius. So you have a very strong psychic intuitive ability here. You are eclipsed in a sector that has to do with your deep thinking, your subconscious mind, your dream life, your premonitions, your ability to be psychic and clairvoyant, the house of release and old habits, outdated modes of thinking. So there is a regenerative energy in this eclipse for you, Pisces. And new moon partial eclipse is the fresh start, is press reset. And at the 27 degree mark, this almost made it, you know, into your sign. But it's just right before Pisces, this eclipse. And if you are a Pisces rising, this is even more powerful for you because it's closer to your ascendant. So tread lightly in eclipse season. It's really not the time to start skydiving. It's not really the time to take huge risks. But, you know, you have free will. You could do whatever the hell you want to do. let's just hope everything runs smoothly. On the 17th, Mercury, the messenger, also moves into Pisces. So, conjunct Neptune, the ruling planet, Venus, the goddess of love, Mercury, the messenger, all stationed in the first house. You are very social. It'll be hard for you to step back and rest this month because you have things to say and you have a lot going on. There's a lot of data when Mercury is in the first house, and incoming calls and travel and local travel, communication, connections with neighborhoods and sibling relationships are built upon. It's an active time, although this isn't an action. It's not fire I'm talking about. It's water, so you have to tend to the emotional health and well-being too. Are you seeing enough therapists? Are you in the right counseling? And what I'm hearing is that there might be a therapeutic remedy for Pisces. It'd be interesting if I pull the Hierophant in here. Then, the next day, after Mercury, here comes the Sun. Oh, Nina Simone. Here comes the Sun into Pisces. So, conjunct Mercury, Venus, Neptune. It's a little bit nebulous now. It's a little dreamy for Pisces and Pisces rising, and even Pisces moon. Please watch all of your scopes for a full month, for a full cosmic catch-up and a cosmos dose. Yeah, you've got all eyes on you, and the sun is shining in your sector. And all of this water energy is trined by Jupiter in Scorpio, creating expansive energy here. It even influences these planets and their ability even stronger. So if Venus is in the first house without it trining Jupiter, it's still beneficial. But since Jupiter is trining Venus while she's in the first house, conjunct Mercury, all of these definitions that apply to these planets are enhanced. They're magnified times 3, at least, if not times 12. So there's a beautiful expansion going on for Pisces amidst eclipse season. So let's see what cards are for you. I am taking a moment to read an excerpt from the Thoth deck, and this is a quote from Aleister Crowley. I'm paying homage to him. And once every blue moon, I do pay homage to either an illustrator, an artist, a creative thinker, a psychic, or some kind of metaphysical spirit energy. And today I've chosen Aleister Crowley, and I'd like to read this before I begin the tarot portion. The tarot is a pictorial representation of the forces of nature, as conceived by the ancients according to a conventional symbolism. At first sight, one would suppose this arrangement to be arbitrary, but it is not. It is necessitated by the structure of the universe, and in particular of the solar system, as symbolized by the Holy Kabbalah. And I read this, I still get the chills. It's beautifully and exquisitely pinpointing the tarot in a way that removes the immediate doubt from people about believing in something that they can't tangibly see. I always tell people that the galaxy and the cosmos are real. You can see the stars in the sky, so why not believe in them? And they were our first map. They were the first means of knowing light and day and the sun and the moon. These were all our first religion and our first guide here as beings. So why not look up? And I love the symbolism between the tarot and astrology. They do go hand in hand. So I wanted to take a moment and read that. Pisces, here are your cards for the month of February. And if you'd like to read with me, I'm at audreyalison.com. Please select your desired reading length via the PayPal button, and I'll get back to you to set up our reading. First card, 9 of Wands, strength. It's not the major arcana card of strength, but I'm noticing these little words at the bottom. And the Nine of Wands suggests that Pisces might need to defend themselves. And you might be feeling a little defensive throughout this eclipse season. We'll see what else is here. The Eight of Swords. Interference. There's some stress and anxiety with the Eight of Swords. And with the Nine of Wands, this is kind of a combative energy together and could be a little bit harsh. I'm certain not all of you are going through that experience, but I feel that some of you are taking a step back from people that are, maybe you're feeling like you're under attack or people are coming at you. And it could be verbal, because the Eight of Swords is about that sharp tongue and biting response. Oh, Nine of Coins, or Nine of Discs. Gain. Oh, I like that he has the planets in here. I love using a new deck. It really keeps me on my toes. So, the Nine of Discs. This is a beautiful card of lucrative prosperity and relaxing into your earnings. And the traditional illustration of the Nine of Coins is usually the woman sitting with her hand in some grapes, drinking wine, eating cheese, looking out her window of her home with her car, and she's got everything she needs around her. She's relaxed. She's not stressed about how she's going to earn money. So Pisces, you, through this struggle, through this dynamic, you might have just climbed to the position you need to be. And maybe you defended something in your work that needed to be stood up for. Here's another card. Ooh, this is great. 10 of Discs, wealth. So right after the 9 is the 10 for Pisces. You're going places, you're moving up, you are attaining security throughout the solar return. Maybe emotionally, you don't feel that way. But tangibly, in the earth sector, this is a huge possibility, pulling these cards next to one another. And they go up in sequence, and I like to pay attention to that. You have another card. The Eight of Wands, swiftness. Ooh, this is such a cool card. These are great. Coming in very quickly. So money is coming in fast. This is the card of rushing in. And maybe even rushing in where angels fear to tread. Oh, the expression is fools rush in where angels fear to tread. And maybe some of you were afraid that you took risks too soon or you did something too quick. I don't believe you did. It started with fire, and you might have been very protective and defensive, and even people coming for you a little bit. I don't know if that's physical or mental or what, but you participated in something that you're not too proud of. Someone was interfering in what you're doing as well. And maybe you entertained some kind of underdeveloped way of thinking because someone was pushing your buttons. But what you got from this is a certain amount of security and maybe tangible money, actual money coming through, and quickly, because the Eight of Wands is the summation of this reading. I feel like Pisces is heading to great places. If you're conflicted about work and your earnings, I definitely think there could be new opportunity for you this year. I feel like your reading ends better than it began. And maybe you had to go through some of these restrictions and necessary adjustments in order to receive your bounty. So Pisces, I'm wishing you a beautiful birthday. Happy solar return. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.